Galaxy Star, Twilight Sparkle, A True Friend by Swedish Dub. Sometime after the Galaxy Star managed to convince Twilight, Luna, and Celestia that Tirek was no longer a villain, that he was reformed. And of course, in the beginning, they didn't believe that at first because they always wanted to have someone of her Twilight's friends or her nearby as a watch. That if the Tirek was really has reformed or he was just an act. Even if Galaxy Star tried over and over trying to convince them, all of them, that Tirek had reformed. But at first, even Twilight's friends didn't believe them. They thought that he was just an act. And the first few days afterwards, all of them were either watching or following Tirek when he's alone in Ponyville from the air over behind so they would notice. Even he tried to help on the shoulder when in town. If they dropped something and he wanted to give him back, but they always scream, "Ah, the monster Tirek is back!" And they always run away. They can always see him sighing and looking back and just walking. They always wonder, is he even trying to be a friend or is it an act? They often talk to all of them together without Twilight for sometimes at Sugar. Do we even believe that he is really reformed? Said Applejack. Well, it seems to that, said Fluttershy. Well, Fluttershy, do you even believe that monster, that villain will ever be reformed? Said Rainbow Dash. Darlings, do you know that even he is a villain? Maybe we should give him a chance, said Verity. Look at this card. He was a villain, and even Fluttershy tried to make it as a work. Yeah, maybe, said Rainbow Dash, but we know that he tried to conquer Equestria at least twice, but was defeated. Twice. What will make sure we were able to defeat him a third time or more? Said Rainbow Dash again. While they were talking once, they didn't know, or noticed that Galaxy Star had entered. How dare you talking about him like that? And they all turned around, saw her, with a furious face right at them. He is trying as the best as he can, and is as he can, to try to help. But here you are, talking behind his back, and trying to make it rumors that he is still a villain, never be reformed. But Galaxy Star, we didn't mean it. Just don't for me. I don't want to hear about this. If I'm telling Twilight about this, at least she noticed that I am telling the truth, and that before the others could even telling you something, she just left. Galaxy Star went straight to Twilight's castle. Oh, Galaxy Star, said Spike. What brings you in here? I need to talk to Twilight immediately, said Galaxy Star. Yeah, sure, she's in the library. Thanks. Twilight was in the library, some organizers and other books she had got from Cantaloupe from Celestia. Oh, Galaxy Star, what brings you here? I need to talk to you about your friends. So-called friends. Okay, what is wrong? Your friends are talking behind Tirek's back, calling him a no longer villain, that he will never be reformed, that he will never be reformed. They still think he's a villain, that he's planning an attack to conquer Equestria again. Are you sure? Yes, I heard every word what they said. Believe me, I would never come here in this anger to tell you all of this. Since Twilight and Galaxy Star just has met and trying to be friends, but at this moment they couldn't be friends if Twilight's own friends didn't believe what Galaxy Star told them. But are you even sure? Yes, Twilight, I am much so sure as I can't be. Your friends are talking behind my and Tirek's back, and that he is no longer going to be reformed, that he is acting. You had to tell them, or I or Tirek will leave and you will never see us again. Twilight didn't want to lose Galaxy Star as a friend. Now she knows that it is at least another alicorn out there. Alright, Galaxy Star, I will try to talk to them, but I can't promise if they will even stop talking by me. I will try. Thank you, Twilight. I appreciate that you'll at least try, said Galaxy Star and just left without saying goodbye. And later that afternoon. Oh, hey Twilight, you calling for us? Yeah. Come in. Come to the studio map. I want to talk to you about something. Yes, sure. They didn't know exactly what she wanted to talk about. Maybe on some new friendship magic lesson, or maybe a possible cutie map calling for her or something. But so far, nothing. So, early this day, Galaxy Star came here. She said that you have been talking behind her and Tirek's back, that Tirek is never going to be reformed, that he's somehow planning to attack and conquer Equestria again. Is that true? She looked at her friends, and they looked at each other, trying to explain why. Well, tell me, I want to know, said Twilight. To be honest, Twilight, it is true, said Fluttershy. Yeah, but I don't think that Tirek will never be reformed, said Rainbow Dash. Rainbow, said Applejack. But what? Did you even believe him? Rainbow, do you even believe what Discord could be reformed? When he was actually reformed, did you even try to believe that he's going to be reformed? No. At first I didn't know, and I didn't believe it first. But do you believe that he will ever return to his evil act again? Ever? No. That you have reason. That you answer. Has Tirek ever been evil to anyone in the opponent's town lately? Her friends looked at each other and noticed that he hasn't. But are you sure that this is just an act, Twilight? Said Rainbow Applejack. If this is what you're calling him as a reformed villain like Discord, said Rarity. But are you even feeling sure that he's born to be reformed, Twilight? Said Rarity again. But Twilight, she was quiet at first. If you don't apologize to Galaxy Star or Tirek about this, I don't know if I can call any of you as my friends. I don't want to have friends that lies people to other opponents or even talking behind their backs or trying to spread rumors about that isn't true. In fact, Tirek was here earlier, helped me, and he told me about his own childhood, that he had a mentor or some sort of a teacher who told him about Equestria and its magic. He brainwashed him about this. And her friends didn't know what to say except, "What? Is that true, Twilight?" said Applejack. "Yes. So believe me or not, I don't want any friends that don't trust any other. Believe me, I don't want to have friends that lies to me or even talk behind my back or anyone. You had to go to talk to Galaxy Star and Tirek and apologize for what you had talked, and stop talking behind their backs, and even try to stop these rumors to be false, and helping to be friends with the other opponents in town. At least try to be friends with him. And her friends were so much shocked to see that Twilight was so angry at them. She had never been so much angry at them since they can never remember. Alright, Twilight, we'll try, said Applejack. No, not try. Just do it. Please, I'm asking you. Alright, said Fluttershy quietly, and they all left. They looked for Tirek and or Galaxy Star in town, but so far they couldn't see her, or Tirek at all. So Rainbow Dash used her speed to fly as fast over in town to see any of them, but so far nothing. And even Fluttershy asked one of her friends, the birds, if they had seen Tirek or Galaxy Star. But so far none of her friends had seen her, except one, a crow, had seen Tirek and Galaxy Star outside town in a small one of the lakes. And they all went there. What do you all want? Said Tirek, looked at them angrily. We are here to say apologize. What? We are to apologize, said Rainbow Dash. Too late. I don't believe what you're talking about. All these rumors about you talking to me as a not reformed evil probably were right. I probably should go back to my old evil ways. But I promised Galaxy Star not to. Since I love her so much. She changed me so much over the centuries that I've alone. They could really see that Tirek was crying. But Tirek, please understand. We didn't need to tell you this. Or we wanted to tell you. Even Twilight asked us to tell us to apologize to you and stop these rumors to be friends with you. But Tirek didn't say anything. He was quiet. The Galaxy Star looked at them, but she wasn't angry at them. Are you really telling the truth now? Are you? Yes, we are, said Applejack. Please, Tirek and Galaxy Star, take our apology. We begging you to forgive us what we said. We didn't mean it. After what Tirek did after what Discord did for us the first time when he tricked us. But it was help from Fluttershy who managed to bring him to be reformed completely. To realize that if he loses a friend, his only friend, and we don't want to lose Twilight as a friend, because she said to us she didn't want to have friends who talk out behind other opponents' backs or anything that's spreading false rumors. Galaxy Star realized that they were talking true. Alright, I accept your apology. Tirek didn't know, and he didn't move or say anything, just was quiet. Tirek? Alright. I accept your apology, but if this happens again, of any other opponents do this, I'm leaving. I'm leaving back to I will go back to the Taurus without anyone other opponents behind me. Happy? But your friends couldn't say anything. What else can I say except that we understand, said Applejack. A few days later after that, Tirek hasn't returned into Quality Ponyville for at least a few days. He was still in the nudist cave up in the mountains with Galaxy Star. But Galaxy Star, by the way, she had returned to Quest in Ponyville for some time afterwards. But she only spent time with Twilight. She wanted to make this friendship with her to be something great. And even though Twilight at first didn't know what to believe, all these rumors about her friends talking about Tirek and behind her back. But since after Tirek and Galaxy Star apologized and accepted their apology, they believed that Galaxy Star now could be their friend as well. But she didn't take their friendship at first that so easy. But Tirek, he took a little bit longer time to be their friend. But at the same time, Twilight and Galaxy Star have become a little more closer to be as a friend. But still, that's just close friends, but not that close. But over the next few months afterwards, they will still be as much as a friend. But then, one day, after their Tirek and Galaxy Star's wedding, and a few months after that, Twilight and Galaxy Star had become very true friends. Even they had their arguments somewhere from time to time, from either a matter of magic study or history lessons. But Tirek at first, he didn't want to say if he would even believe his new friends. But with their help, the other ponies in Ponyville, Equestrias, all over many cities has started to believe in Tirek's magic has been good use. Tirek, there by the way, even he lives in the cave in the mountains. He decided to live there most for the time, but he even had a smaller house outside of Ponyville. That is what he decided to live with Galaxy Star. But Galaxy Star, by the way, she didn't know at first if she wanted to be friends with Twilight after what her friends said about her behind their own backs. But after some time, she accepted her new friends. But even Twilight and Galaxy Star's friendship was hanging in balance. But after some time of talking and apologizing for the gift has been accepted from her new friends, Galaxy Star accepted Twilight as a true friend. But most of the time they still have their arguments, but they has never been that much as big ones. They had their minor arguments and some fights, just talk fights maybe more called. But even if Twilight want to be friend with Galaxy Star, at first she didn't want to lose Galaxy Star as a friend since she was an alicorn, but even she has declined to be to get the princess title. She didn't want that. But she still want to be friend with Twilight. And even after so many years after her and Tirek's wedding, they are still good friends. But most of the time they can even have some big fight and then don't talk for days. They had one big fight. They didn't talk with each other for 2 whole weeks. But after the 2 weeks, Twilight apologized to Galaxy Star and asked for forgiveness. At first, Galaxy Star didn't want to accept her apology, but later on she did, thanks to Tirek, who convinced her that if Twilight's new friends could ask for forgiveness to them, why couldn't she do it for Twilight? Which she did later on. And Twilight and Galaxy Star, since they both were immortal, like Tirek has a very much long lifespan, he was about probably 1,000 years old, but he was much older than that afterwards. But much more could they say that they were just still good friends. and Twilight was happy to have Galaxy Star as a true friend. And since Twilight was Galaxy Star's only and first true friend after she met Tirek, Galaxy Star and Twilight has been good friends ever since then. Even they had their small fights to big fights from time to time, but they most spend their time together to be as good friends as possible. Even they had much less fights but they always get in good terms with each other and always did much as possible as friends. Twilight did do love Galaxy Star as her friend, and the same thing as for Galaxy Star for Twilight. They act like they are sisters, but even they had their fights or best friends, they call each other for best friend and even so as sisters. They act even calling each other as sisters and even so that. But most of the time, they had a very strong bond together, not only for being unequal, but to be strong in friendship. Galaxy Star is helping Twilight to spread the friendship lessons over Equestria and beyond. That is how Galaxy Star and Twilight Sparkle became true friends. The end.